like rides a very fine line of what they're willing to tolerate when it comes to an anime game, which is completely fair. And I just don't know what side of the coin Tevi lands on. But besides that, welcome everybody, welcome. Today is Monday, it's bright, it's sort of early. Typically, when I'm streaming, pitch black outside. But today, we are doing something else. We're doing our normal stuff, Dead Cells, and then some other game after that. But I wanted to try, because we've been streaming for quite a while now. I like to call 2018 my official, like, start time. Like, I was streaming before then, but to actually get serious with streaming, I would say it would be like 2018. This year, 2023, for those who've been keeping up on a little bit of the deep lore, I have always had my day job, and then I was doing the streaming, and then I was doing YouTube as well. So losing hours of sleep and hours of friendship, stuff like that. So I just recently, extremely recently, just left my day job of 10 years. I've been with the company 10 years running, and as of very couple weeks ago, really, I decided to leave the job to really focus on, at least for maybe like a year or so, see where it goes, content. With support from Airless and the cats, of course. Age reveal, 30... Gotta think about it. 36 this year. Congratulations for getting out of the rat race. I mean, we have a lot of stuff to do. But I really couldn't do any of it due to... It's not just a timing thing either. If you think about it, like, obviously you're working from 8 o'clock until 5 or so, and then you have 2 hours until the live stream at 7 o'clock. Yo, Zibbity, thank you. 2 hours until the live stream at 7. And then after that, you're streaming until probably like 11 o'clock p.m. And then what do you do from there? Like, when do you go and have dinner? When do you visit family? When do you work on YouTube? So besides the timing piece, there's also a focus piece to it, where every day I would be thinking about work stuff, as well as like the YouTube stuff, as well as the stream stuff. So like, I couldn't path myself to success in any of those single pathways. If it was the day job stuff, I'm thinking about like what I'm gonna do for the stream later, so I'm not like super focused on day job. If it's YouTube, I'm like, I only have a couple hours to work on it. If it's the Twitch stream, I have to figure out what's gonna be good for YouTube, and it's like, it's all intertwined. So that's where I'm at right now. It's gonna be a very exciting journey. I would like to make more channels, figure out the V.Me channel even more so than I already have. And then of course, you all being here, very much appreciated, because without you, the viewer, like, I wouldn't be able to do anything. I am grabbing my controllers. So yeah, very, very exciting stuff. I think this is my first time mentioning it. I haven't even told my family yet. I mentioned to my dad that I'm gonna leave my day job this year. I didn't tell him when I actually did it. I haven't told my mother anything. I have no idea what I'm gonna tell my mom. That, honestly, I'm not looking forward to that conversation, to be blunt. Oh, snap. Okay, wait, I missed Zibbity earlier. Full-time gamer, let's go. Zibbity, brand new newborn, 9 months. I don't know what a newborn wants. Maybe an Eminem skin in Fortnite will get you hooked up. Also, Zagreus with another 20. I assume those are because of what I just mentioned, but subs going out to New Design, Red Bib, Drogon, Dandelion, I Love, Rask, Swano Higgins, Vord, that's the homie, Handshake, Bax Runner, Marzi, Barely Two Legs, Seraphine, that's another League of Legends champion, Friggin' Dork. That's not a half bad name. I actually like that. Scrath, Widmer, Lupino, Benstar, that's the dev. Benstar's the dev of freaking whatchamacallit. That's a terrible way to go about that. My bad. AJ. Ravita. Thank you. AJ. Joel. Jesse, good to see you. Gifting us up to Celso. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Every day, I was always thinking about YouTube and Twitch stuff 24/7 anyway. So, like, now I can finally do it for a reason. Not that there wasn't a reason before. All right, I take that back, chat. I take that back. There was always a reason, but now it's like I can actually work on the stuff. You're behind? What's going on? I was revealing to Twitch chat that I left my full-time day job of 10 years. Technically, that was October 31st. So, all right, spirit of full disclosure, Halloween was my last day at my day job. But I didn't want to really, like, broadcast anything about it. I still don't, to be honest, because it's like, it's scary. It is horrifying. But we're gonna make it happen. And thanks to you, the viewer, I appreciate your ongoing support. So yeah, that's why we're streaming early. This is a long about answer. So Zagreus asked earlier, like, why are we streaming early? The other reason, besides the fact that, you know, I have the time slots open, is that I just want to see what other time slots look like. So, like, Airless gets out of work usually around 5 p.m. or so. So we would have, like, 2 hours. It's not even truly 2 hours of free time. Technically, like, it's not free time at all because I'm working on setting up the stream. And then, like, by the time that the stream is ready, it's like streaming until 11 o'clock. So, like, I don't see her really until 11 p.m. unless we, like, run the Taco Bell before we stream. So, like, that's another reason why I'm streaming early. Also, a lot of our buddies, our streamer buddies, don't stream as late as I do. So, like, I don't even get to really visit any other streamers because I'm in this, like, really, really late time slot. I'm, like, in a West Coast time slot for my streaming when I really should be streaming in the East Coast one. And, like, no offense to anyone who's on the West Coast, but thinking about it that way, I feel like I wasn't... Well, it's experimental, but I'm hoping that this time slot actually is pretty cool. And hey, maybe it's just, you know, switch it up sometimes. It's not all about being, like, the exact same for 5 years straight and expecting something to change. Sometimes you gotta make change. Dead Cells, by the way. You're on the west coast of Europe? Portugal. Did I get it right? If I were a Zibbity, I would be in Portugal. As a West Coaster, no offense taken. And I feel like nowadays people are like watching on their phones and watching at work. So maybe like the time zone thing doesn't even matter. I say early morning. Yeah, so Zagreus, I know in your time slot is gonna be a lot different for a few people. I know a lot of you were saying that you sometimes fall asleep to a VeeDotVod stream. At least we'll still have YouTube for that. I think we're good to go. For those who don't know what we're doing today, this is Dead Cells Update 1.2 perhaps the worst patch of all of Dead Cells. We're finally up to 5 BC. Which, to be perfectly honest, it has taken me forever to get to 5 BC. So far, the most consistent has been tactics, and mostly because of Hokuto's bow. Hokuto's bow is like really strong on this patch. It is red-purple, so technically I don't have to play tactics, but I feel like there's no reason not to. And I was doing this offline for a while. Like, you all don't know, I have maybe 70 gigabytes of footage recorded. Oh yeah, no hold to attack. 70 gigabytes of purely Dead Cells is a lot. And like, I can't do this by myself offline, because stuff like that happens, and it's like, I don't want to be the only person seeing that. Like, eventually it's gonna go onto YouTube, I'm sure. Like, that's really the whole project, is it will eventually become a big YouTube video. But the culmination of reaching 5 BC has had so many things in it that I can't be the only person to witness this. I refuse. All right, we're gonna speed run through because I have Assault Shield. Maybe see if we can get the 2-minute door. Unfortunately, you have to get all the scrolls, and my starting weapon sucks. I wonder if... is it too early in the day to be doing this? I had coffee. I had cereal. You want the window? I had coffee, I had cereal, I had a Jimmy Dean sandwich. I can't see because Buster's in front of the monitor. I thought you wanted the window. He's about to cancel the run. Buster was like, this ain't no tactics run, you're speed running. Change my equipment around. That's toxic. Yeah, I shouldn't be over here anyway. Average cat, common cat L, or cat W. Depends on who you talk to, I guess. Checking to see if this is a lore room. It is only the shop. Interesting. I want to say in modern Dead Cells, you have to walk through the shop to get to prison, not prison, to get to Promenade. Wow, I could not get all the way to the other side. Interesting. So yeah, Hokuto's used to be red. Alchemic Carbine is also /red. So you could play old-fashioned Carbine plus Hokuto's bow. And like, what do you lose out of it? Like, not a ton. By being brutality. Jeez, that almost wasn't worth it. Did I even hit the 2 minutes? Common cat W? He's back, by the way. All right, what do we do? No, you can't get in the chair. This is what he wanted the whole time, was the chair. I told him to stay. I do believe he will listen. I guess this is the only disadvantage to streaming early, is now I have to be the one to make sure he behaves. I mean, I usually do pretty good. Boxing match between owner and cat over the chair. I don't really enjoy being scratched. Like, I'm at the point where it's like, it's not that it hurts, it's like super annoying. How do you have a kill count on 1.2? It was in there. I don't really know how to show, but it is update 1.2. If that helps. If you're asking where it is, it's in gameplay, I believe. I actually did not mean to eat that. All right, so we're at 6 tactics. Probably gonna be a while before I have something actually decent. The other issue is I don't have my forge finished, so you're seeing me getting a lot of plus gear. It's not even plus plus. Why am I playing on update 1.2? So I mean, I'm so close to the end of the project, I guess I don't mind spoiling it a little bit. So I wanted to make a video about, like, everything that's different in old Dead Cells versus new Dead Cells. Technically, we did that already. We played patch 0 vanilla, like early access vanilla, and people seem to enjoy that. So I figured, you know, what's the next step? The next step is to simply play favorite patches, to which was like, all right, the favorite patch is the patch I'm actually playing right now. So let's play the worst patch instead, which eventually turned into, like, Dead Cells is harder in 2019 compared to what it is today. And, like, technically that's subjective, but I think I have enough footage at this point where I don't know if you could argue if it's truly subjective. Help! $26,000 for a single bow? I'm gonna need an amulet at some point, but I can't kill anything with this bow. Unlucky spike balls. Like, I don't think I could kill that bombardier. You're talking pre-Malaise rework compared to now. I mean, it's a lot more than just pre-Malaise rework. I can say that. Even the fact that these two bombardiers are on the same platform, that in itself is different compared to modern Dead Cells. The fact that they will both shoot me at the same time and the bombs detonate before they hit the ground, that is different than modern day Dead Cells. So it's very subtle, but I have enough footage that should go over every single issue. That has largely all been corrected. I want the amulet from this. All right, it's HP, I guess. So yeah, I want to put together a video that's basically Dead Cells used to be hard. Or something like that. Like, you get the idea. Whatever you think will make you click without being total clickbait. Because it's not clickbait. I promise, it's not. It is legitimately more difficult. Wow, I didn't make it down there. Gotta do this for a potential plus weapon. That's big. Bigger than Owl? I would say that's bigger than Owl to start. I would like to sell that Owl, though. Why is there a protector down here? All right. Is this with regular 1.2 Promenade? Yeah, so this is the literal 1.2 patch. If I had my way, I would love to see like modern Dead Cells weapons and all of that stuff on patch 1.2. Like 1.2's, I guess, level design and malaise system. But I don't think we have the capability to do that. From what I've seen, I actually got this feedback from a lot of the modders. They were saying that if I have to ask the question, it probably can't be done. Which is like super depressing to say or hear. So that's gold as well as a sell. That's nice. So I don't usually ask for anything that's mod related because I have to assume that it's not possible. Though at this point, there's a lot of Chinese modders that are out right now that have some pretty sophisticated stuff. But we still don't have like map randomizer, boss randomizer, like none of that stuff is possible apparently. All right. So the current strat right now, I thought I had Wave of Denial already. My current strat for getting through 5BC is Ossuary. I could, like, if I had a better weapon, I would actually go into Prison Depths. But I cannot go to Ramparts. Ramparts is so bad. Oh yeah, these sell for different numbers. It's not just the malaise. It's very subtle. The fact that the items in the altars sell for different values is also something that was corrected at some point. I know you all don't see me speedrun very often, and I really don't. I just have no oh, we have to go this way. I have no real reason to contest any of this stuff. I can't kill it. Not with the weapon I have, anyway. Only thing that'll actually kill stuff is Wave of Denial. I'm just missing out on money, and I'm missing out on a new amulet, which actually is very impactful. I started playing 1.7, heard it was even harder in the old days. Yeah, and hopefully this will prove it. Now, that's not to say that the devs did something wrong. That's definitely not the point of the project. It's this. But honestly, I really need to find a weapon on this map. I probably shouldn't pay. Chances are I won't even be able to afford the weapon. Let's bring in Gastro. I will be killing stuff here because I do want the 60 door. Does Barb Tips exist on this version? No, it does not. Barb Tips came out on the patch that Corrupted Prison came out, which does not exist. Prison Depths is the only, like, mid-tier map. Optional map, I should also call it. And even then, the prison depths on this patch is 100% different than the prison depths you know of. Like, it's a completely different map for the most part. Oops. I gotta be careful about doing the assault shield dash. You will actually get hurt by the Thorny by doing like the speedrun dash into it, which I think still exists on current patch. That's not something unique to 1.2. I don't need that. Well, the Elite could have a weapon in it, so I guess I should try. Oh, this rotating laser? That is not legal for failed experiment to have in 2023. That is actually removed. That, and I want to say there's maybe 1 or 2 more banned traits. Good news. Welcome, welcome. At least Toxic compensates by having the 2 to 3 curses. Now, I could have gone to Toxic with Wave of Denial. I actually don't mind that. My main issue here is my weapon. I am not a fan of the weapon I have right now. Also notice that the baby zombies, for some reason, they don't have an attack indicator. It's really weird. I don't have attack indicators turned off. And you can see that the elites have an exclamation point, but their babies don't. Just really weird. Tonic is a heal in old Dead Cells. It actually heals quite a lot. And then you leave it there in case you have to pick it up because you lost all your health. It's a one-time use, but if you take it into the next biome, you get the heal back. Let's grab this. It is a tactic something. I won't sell that just yet. Though I really don't have much for melee tactics. I have Frantic Sword. I think Sadist Stiletto is slash purple on this patch. Yeah, you may think this looks okay. Really? Let's chill. Plenty of fish in the sea. I don't think that gem exists anymore. The $380. All right. That star, I don't know if that's a guaranteed legendary or not. Even though in current day Dead Cells, it's not like a... You're really gonna make me go up there? 80 bucks. Even though in current day Dead Cells, I don't think it's a 100% legendary. I've seen it have like a scroll on the legend, I mean on an elite monster, which seems very weird. Legendary Assault Shield. Thank you, game. Of literally all the things I could possibly ask for. I feel like I could use every color better on this patch than on current. Green just doesn't work for you anymore. There are a decent number of nerfs. As you saw, Blaze, one-handed shotgun, one-handed explosive crossbow. Though I do like current day explosive better. Old survival used to have a lot of regular bows too. Those have mostly all turned into purple only. Even the lightning bolt, that's Emperor Palpatine. Lightning bolt used to be slash green, and they made that into purple only. And like, I get the idea of it being slash green because, you know, you can hurt yourself with it, and then maybe you would go and use necromancy to heal or something like that. But I think they decided that it was too easy to win with, like, even marksman bow that I'm using right now. Marksman bow is slash green. We're not using that. So almost all of that stuff is gone. Old wave is really nice. I almost feel like the fall damage is higher. I don't know if that's because of wave itself or because of maybe like a stat calculation that has been changed. But I swear I've seen monsters drop like 5 feet and they just die, which is hilarious for me. This is a shop. Might be food shop. Don't need that just yet. That is tactics. But to be quite honest, I'm not willing to pay $30,000 for that. The other thing that makes Wave of Denial so strong is that Wave of Denial actually reduces its own cooldown. So see how I killed that and it's already back? It's supposed to be 3 seconds, which, to be honest, 3 seconds is way too short anyway. But the fact that when it kills something on its own, it will also reduce cooldown. I did not get that gold. Purple Cleaver, didn't even know that existed. You're right, it is red purple. Now that I think about it. Purple Assassin Dagger. Now you may think to yourself, yo V, like, take a colorless item. But the issue with colorless in patch 1.2 is I'm actually losing a red scroll to take this. I could potentially get rid of the assault shield. That's not like a terrible idea. But like, that's the danger of utilizing this kind of stuff, is that you end up losing stats for something that might actually be a net negative overall. Something down there? That could have been bad. Yesterday, we got all the way to Stilt Village. My PB right now, I think, is Forgotten Sepulcher. I end up dying in Stilt Village to probably the worst death I've seen on this patch. And like, trust me, I have died a lot of ways. Like 1,000 way to die I actually have recorded in 1.2. And whatever day it was, Saturday maybe? Saturday's death, I wasn't tilted either. You know, I felt good. It's the most important part. But if I were to show that to someone who's like interested in buying Dead Cells, I don't think they would actually pick up the game, and I think they would unfriend me on Facebook if I showed them yesterday's death. I have it saved as a clip if you all want to see it. Just let me know, like, give me a Y in the chat if you want to see yesterday's death. I keep saying yesterday, it was Saturday. in the chat if you're like, V, you got momentum right now. You don't want to lose the momentum. Sucker. You thought I left, but I didn't. I swear there's supposed to be 2 curses on this map, and I think I only did 1. All right, we got a couple Ys. I'll show you all right after Ossuary. 16 tactics. Technically, I'm down on 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm down 5 tactics right now. This would be like pretty nice, to be honest. It's gonna cost me $30,000 and then probably another $30,000 just to upgrade it. Let's check in here. I already did both curses? I know I did 1. We're gaming. Gaming so hard, I don't even remember the gaming. Speaking of gaming, have you all played Fortnite yet? I gotta say, it's actually good. But then again, I didn't care for OG, and I already had a couple people tell me that OG was better. Which to me is like really, really odd. Like, I think you have to be a paid actor to say that OG Fortnite was fun. It's bad TBH. Not a paid actor, by the way. Yeah, it's the only thing that I have zoomer tendencies on is my Fortnite. I need my Fortnite to be maximum stimulation, or else I'm asleep. OG was fine. OG was fine during the last couple of weeks. I'll say that. I was actually enjoying myself. But week 1, I couldn't stand logging in. All right, let's get through this, and then we'll check the shop, get the jump. Wait, why didn't these turn into gold? Aren't I supposed to get gold as well as to sell? That's not from monsters only. I've gotten that from chests before. Maybe it wasn't a challenge rift chest. I mean, not that I should be complaining. As a matter of fact, gold as well as a sell doesn't exist anymore. Okay, you cannot dodge roll through these. I don't think I've ever gone into that room for that angle. It's like really weird. Okay, check the shop. I can't. Wow, that's even not tactics. That's brutality. All right. So, chat, I think we're gonna pay the $30,000. The thing that really sucks about heavy crossbow is it could roll green scrolls. Also, there's no reloading. So I could potentially get to concierge and just run out of ammo. That's not the one I can sell. All right, we're good. I wish I had a command to show like last clip. It would be exclamation point clip or something. But let me show you all what I'm talking about. This was courtesy of Saturday. And I hope it's as disgusting today as it was on Saturday. maybe y'all will look at this and say, V, it looks fine. This looks like standard Dead Cells to me. Fortnite was like a cartoon game, but now you have Peter Griffin. Perhaps Peter Griffin was missing from Fortnite all along, and we just didn't know. All right. Clip. This one was pretty good. I always like when I get good clips. Oh, let me get you all maximum immersion. Build looks sick. Molotov, legendary boomerang that has ammo. Between the throwing knife and the boomerang. It's a lot of leeches. I don't want to waste the curse. My heart just sank. Oh my god. All right. So let's dissect this a little bit. So I've played a lot of Dead Cells. I don't know. This is a lot of Dead Cells. And typically, curse chests work the same way every single time. What you get is when you initiate the curse chest, all enemies stop their actions. I don't want to waste the curse. So like, nothing's happening right now. When the items pop out, the monsters have another chance to do an action. So you see them walking up, but they won't actually like attack you. When you get the scroll, again, everybody stops. So this is like a common way to open a curse chest, have monsters teleport in, and then you can like nuke them all. Unfortunately, for some reason, the monsters came at me and then like I got Thanos snapped in like easily 4 frames. Oh my god. I've never seen a monster attack that fast before in this game. And like if you say, oh well V, it's the leeches always attack that fast. Between the throwing knife and the boomerang, I can assure you that no leech is gonna like actually just snap react on you as soon as they teleport. They're gonna, and there is an exclamation point. You will see an exclamation point appear. Like that thing preloaded that attack, I would say. My heart just, like there's no reaction. I mean, they don't have eyeballs. Maybe it just felt I was there. So like, I actually thought I was gonna win that run. I had bleeding causes poisoning kunai. I had +1 ammo boomerang. A lot of tactic scrolls, but doesn't matter in the face of something like that. Crap. I would really like the tactic scrolls off somebody. Let's upgrade. 1.2 leeches are way faster now. Oh, back then. That's another thing on the list. I really want Pierce on the heavy crossbow, but I'm gonna re-roll this and I'm gonna get punished. They're gonna take away the tactics. Or, okay. I was gonna say, or I don't get tactics and I don't pierce. That costs a lot of money. We're going up against the boss. I just don't want to lose Wave of Denial. Crusher. Old Crusher is not as good as New Crusher. The old Crusher doesn't slow enemies, so Concierge can just walk right out of it if he wants. No point blank. Even support's bad. Support does flat DPS if you're close to the enemy. I mean, if you're close to your skill. Heavy crossbow does not care for flat DPS Now, there was a time where Ranger's Gift would, like, buff every single bullet or something like that. But I highly doubt I'm going to get that kind of gameplay off of this. Okay. You know what? That's my bad. I was gonna say, and now we wait, because there's no reload function on the crossbow. Was that one bullet? Rip no hit. Okay, I'm gonna assume he wasn't pulled far enough to count as being displaced. Now you may be thinking, V, this looks fine. If all of Dead Cells in 1.2 was like this, then it'd be no issue. But you haven't seen anything yet. You haven't seen a single Arbiter. You haven't seen a single Bomber. No demons. Like, you all are in for it. Let's do this. No backpack as well. So, like, the potential to use that carbine is actually really nice, but I would have to ditch something for the chance of Hokuto's bow showing up. I feel like the barnacle is kind of worthless, huh? You might want to think about getting rid of that. Stilt, slumbering. If I can one-shot a golem with heavy crossbow, then we might be okay. I like the idea of wave of denial on this map, even though I literally just showed you all me die in Stilt Village. I am now back. Did we learn any lessons? Oh, yeah, I could have used the cells for Forge. That's my bad. That's a misplay. I was actually gonna do a segment earlier saying that, like, the other hard part about Dead Cells on this patch is I can't unlock stuff at the collector. So, like, any of the blueprints that I'm sitting on are essentially locked away until I revert back to 4BC. So, like, I'm essentially losing time if I want to unlock new things. And my hope is that that segment that was in my brain has also caused me to forget to upgrade my Forge. Good news with me that I want to share. Who wants to hear it? Your whole name is good news. I would be afraid of the day that you don't have good news. Unlucky bomber. Oh, that actually worked out. Wow. I believe this map has minimum 2 curses. Absolute minimum. Oh my god, I actually saw that coming. Oh. Okay, so that one's different. That's not as bad as the other leech, because at least that one, like, I knew I screwed up. Maybe if I duck and shot, then that wouldn't have happened. It's red only. I thought this thing was /purple. Yo, good news. I appreciate that. Honestly, I have no idea if that's good news that I'm reading, but what I will say is I'm sure you have good sentiments behind you. And we're always for, like, good sentiments. All right, chat. I won't say Stilt Village is cursed. That was definitely a skill issue. See, this is why I don't use the lightning. Like, it needs a little bit more punch. Now, to be fair, on old Dead Cells, there is a version of the lightning. Did he, like, land and then keep going? There's a version of the lightning that actually does double damage for free. 100% added damage. I think it might have to be a legendary. I think it might show up on a star for a normal one. I just don't know if it's locked behind the legendary or not. Wow, how did I not hit the knife thrower? All right. I don't know if I can go to Toxic. There's just so many Arbiters and so many Bombers. If I saw a Wave of Denial early, I would 100% go. If I had a shield, I would 100% go, but I don't have a Tactic shield. Also notice, no recycling tubes on this patch. I'm not gonna get the time door, so I'm going for the V.30. No recycling tubes means no skills to start off with. What are the S-rank items of this patch? Definitely Hokuto's bow. I would dare say Lacerating Aura. Corrupted Power is also very good, but for very specific reasons. $11,000. Wave of Denial is another one. Oh my god, are you kidding me? No hold to attack either on this patch. I am spamming the button. Oh. That's another tactics. I feel like I have to take it. It's like you gotta risk it for the biscuit in update 1.2. But like now, look at where I'm at. How do you do Toxic Sewers with a 20 curse at the start, knowing that Toxic Sewers has more curses in it? Mandatory curses at that. Oh, we need this. I believe this is meat. Like a guaranteed drumstick. Oh, it's the watermelon. Gotta be at least one person in chat that actually likes watermelon. I feel like that's a scam fruit. Okay, for the sake of argument. Man, they should keep scrolls behind gold doors, but for the bank. I'd say be careful what you wish for. I don't know if you really want that. Oops. We lost our crits. You know, for someone with 4 tactics, I feel like I'm doing 0 tactics and damage. stun grenade also lasts all of like 0.5 seconds. You like watermelon? I just... Like, show me a watermelon that doesn't just feel like I'm eating the rind, and maybe I'll sign up. But I feel like it's almost like how people treat alcohol, and they say, oh, this alcohol tastes like juice. You won't even know it's alcohol, but obviously you drink it and it's gasoline. That to me is what watermelon is. Okay, so funny enough, I think I actually need this greed shield. Issue is that, well, the firebrand is red only. Crap, I didn't buy Wave of Denial. I think it's this. Really, I think it's this. And then you upgrade the firebrand to S. Let me see if I can actually upgrade this. Kinda tasteless. See, that's what I'm talking about. 25,000. We're missing a lot of tactic scrolls. All right. Not ideal. I don't know how Phaser's gonna interact with Firebrand either. Add some Tajin? Is that like a Ligma joke? On the roll's Tajin. Who is Tajin? That sounds like a name. Alright, don't get scammed again. Sometimes there's a weapon up here. Sometimes there's an Arbiter who is ledge guarding. Like they're over here playing Super Smash Brothers. Ah, yes. Oh, we got cells. That's sick. Okay, that was a lot more that I would actually expect to be down there. No way. Another dirty camper. Harry, maybe? There we go. There's like a weird bounce back when aggroing an elite monster. And that has gotten me killed multiple times already. Am I doing damage? Half? That's a lot of ads. And not a lot of tactics. All right. Unlucky. If I could just get a weapon, I want to say we're in good shape. Is it better to play with controller? You got used playing keyboard and mouse? I mean, I'm sure it's personal preference. I would say I feel like most of our speedrunner buddies play keyboard and mouse, but that might be to like manipulate menu screens. Maybe it's faster to like hit a menu option on keyboard and mouse. I personally prefer controller to play D-pad. And maybe like that feels the same as playing keyboard and mouse, because like me doing parries in specific directions, sometimes I'll like quickly spin my character around to parry the right way, and I can't do that on an analog stick. Like guaranteed I'm gonna screw it up. Whenever I can play an action roguelite, I try to play on D-pad, unless it's isometric like a Hades. This is so slow. I am so sorry, everybody. I didn't expect it to be like this. Is this Rise of the Giant patch? It is. The first DLC, quote unquote. Let's, it's a chest above me. This could be the first curse. It's not. Sick dodge. I wonder if the leech gives you a melee stack. A leech is an ad. And I feel like a lot of ads in this game don't give you certain stuff. But I don't know why. I feel like I actually got melees just now. Oh, it's a legendary. Come on. I need a legitimate weapon. And I don't think that's it. We haven't even found the curse yet. All right, let's dip set. All right, so goal right now is just to find the curse. At least one of them, anyway. If we don't get a tactics weapon, then at least we get a tactics scroll. Sick reach. The bomber also much faster on this patch for doing its auto attack. Not necessarily the slam down, but the actual slash it does is much faster, and it'll spam it. This is awful. 10 minutes on the first map already. Surely the same mistake doesn't happen. Okay. I mean, technically it's no worse than the Firebrand. I think old Balance Blade actually did not hit very hard. I feel like that got a damage buff at some point. Come down here. Three more? This is so bad. It's like pulling teeth right now. All right. So I assume there's nothing else on that left-hand side, so let's leave. But I bought the Wave of Denial. we would be in good shape, I think. Sure. Let's not sell, though. All right, so here's a new wave. Ditch stun grenade. I don't really care for the phaser, to be honest. It's just a stat for me. I'll leave that too, just in case. So I think the farthest we've been is Hokuto's bow alchemic carbine, which seems to be like extremely good. Perhaps we made a mistake? No, we're fine. We're ramping, chat. We're ramping. It doesn't look like it yet, but that's the whole point of the ramp. There we go. This route also lets me go to ancient sewers, which is nice. Anything but ramparts, really. So yeah, after this week, I don't think we have like a ton of releases that are lined up. We're in... Oh, that was a free one. We're in Trinity Fusion Waiting Room. I did just post Astral Ascent today. I have another one that I recorded. And I have just one more Astral Ascent to do. Right now, Astral Ascent, while it's like an extremely good game, probably like one of my tops for the year, it doesn't do like super great for YouTube. That's infected. It's chill. To no issue of the game, I'm sure. Yo, Lone, good to see you. Brad, we had a pinned message for exclamation point schedule, but I didn't make it locked in. Yeah, we're testing out a new schedule right now. I guess not a ton of prior notice because everyone's coming in saying, wow, they're so early. I didn't parry the other egg? All right, give me a Hokuto's bow. Explosive crossbow. That's one-handed. I could potentially ditch the greed shield. I just wish I was off this map. Maybe I'm okay. Maybe I'm at the point where, like, I can just wave a denial of whatever bullet's coming at me. Famous last words, of course. Still gotta be, like, extra careful. All right, give me 2 monsters. All right, so hopefully this looks a little better now, gameplay-wise. No resonant sleepers. V, I would never resonant sleep in your stream. It can happen. Even in Dead Cells, it can happen. You've been playing the game a long time, so I'm sure you all have seen pretty much everything. That's why I'm always trying to look for, like, fresh stuff to do. This is what I would call a fresh thing. Do I need that? I actually need this. Nice. Not an amulet. All right. So yeah, I was trying to look at what a lot of people are playing right now. Bunch of people playing Death Must Die, which is really cool. No scorpions on this map in this patch. There's no scorpion on this map, on this boss cell in 1.2. It's very, very weird. In fact, when we get to Ancient Sewers, all the scorpions are in Ancient Sewers. I would dare say Ancient Sewers is easier than Toxic Sewers on this patch. It's very, very weird. I feel like I'm missing tactic scrolls. For all the BS I had to deal with, I would imagine I would have a little bit more than this. Another one. Already aggroed to me. Beautiful. Trying to use the teleporter. I just want the money. All right. Star down. You think there might be a starred enemy? Maybe in that bottom left section? I don't really count the scrolls outside of prison quarters. Sometimes promenade. I think it's only 2 power scrolls there. That's gameplay that usually I just go by feeling. Dude, starred enemy. Oh, snap. Not even purple, though, but still. How did you know? That's a pro gamer right there. All right. Ancient Sewers. I thought I would be up on scrolls compared to the promenade route. I think what you really get compared to promenade is S tier weapons, potentially, because you can level them up. Stream Snipe, they're playing on the same map as I am. That would be kind of intense to like share the seed in Twitch chat and then have everyone play on the seed. And then whoever gets the first dub gets a gift sub or something. Only issue is, like, how do you know that someone didn't turn the mods on? 100 times damage on every weapon. Or advanced, what's it called? Advanced armory, where like the actual weapons attacks are different. It's a very cool mod. But some of the attacks that they changed are like, that's very, very strong. I'm pretty sure that's not legal. Had to do that to flotate. Do this for the money. Dead Cells Battle Arena. I still think that my ultimate version of multiplayer in Dead Cells. A lot of people have asked, like, how do we get some version of co-op in the game? I don't think I want co-op. I would rather have some pseudo PvP, but not like direct PvP. I think some way to make it indirect would be amazing. Almost, if you think about backpack battles right now, backpack battles is asynchronous PvP. Like, there's people who are on the same ranking as you, and they've done... Oh, wow. They've done their build making, and then the game just pairs you against that literal build. I think you could maybe do something like that in Dead Cells. Except rather than like fighting a literal person, instead you're like throwing things at them. And then vice versa, like you yourself are getting thrown things at you. It's a really dangerous way for me to do that. Gotta watch for poison. I feel like they even made stepping into poison worse on this patch. And or it used to always be this bad. But I used to be able to like dip my toe in poison and actually not get affected by it. Now I can't even look at the poison pool without getting poisoned. Someone asked if this is patch 1.3 or 2. This is 1.2. I'd be wasting a curse. I'm not even getting the gold that drops from that monster. Like, I have to physically go over there and pick up the gold. So I say, did you not get interrupted? No tentacles yet, by the way. You may be used to, like, purple tentacles going across the map at 1 billion miles an hour. They have not come up with that yet. There's also no tentacle weapon. Dang, that wasn't worth it. No tentacle weapon, no flint, right? Flint would have come out with the same time tentacle would have come out, I think. I don't even think we have telluric shock on this patch. And that seems very, very odd. No light speed. And that should be it for all of the boss weapons. Almost got hit by spikes because I couldn't figure out how to get to the mushroom. Ice grenade, purple, red, not green. Oh, I probably should have taken that. It might be better than stun grenade. Or at least gave me more damage reduction. Yeah, let me make a pin comment real quick. Since we're getting a few people asking. We're playing the worst patch in Dead Cells. 1.2 ROTG. And then you pin it. And then you make the duration manually unpinned at end of stream. Okay, let's wait. Make sure it's not a jump puzzle in front of us. Okay, there was a jump puzzle, but it was a baby one. Followed by another one. Okay. Still, you know, pretty easy. Can I get a third? Okay, that's a literal monster, so we might be fine. The worst isn't the first version of the game. 0-0 did not feel as bad as this. And I guess to say, like, I only played 0 BC of patch 0. So, like, for all I know, if there are higher difficulties, which there shouldn't be, right? Because Hand of the King shouldn't be in there. I think the exit is Stilt Village, and once you get through Stilt Village, that's the end of the early access. Oh, that's a death trap. Do not drop down there while you're cursed on 1.2. 100% chance you die. Another jump puzzle? Can you all please die? Nice. That's what we like to see. All right, we got feed Buster too. No. Okay, we're fine. So that bounce, I have died to literally that bounce with spikes underneath me. That's fine. We have watermelon. All right, come on. Go. Go. Why do spikes already have blood on them? Pre-recorded content? The show controller? I can't show you my controller. I already told you Buster needs to be fed. He's eating my controller as we speak. Let's grab this. 14 tactics. I was at 16, right? Going into concierge. There are also no scroll fragments on this patch. So the difference between concierge and conjunctivious is basically none except for the biome before. Let me check what this is. Oh, unaffected by poison. Wait, isn't there supposed to be a scroll here? I'm like 99.9% sure. You guess it was Carbine? I thought Carbine was from... No, that's Spite Shield. That's in the wall. Okay, maybe it was Carbine. Okay, yeah. I was thinking of the one that's in the transition area. Owl with a star. Not a star, a scroll on it. Very, very good for us. The build's starting to come around. And by come around, I mean it's literally the same build that I've been trying to win with for the last, like, 30 hours. Has it really been 30 hours? Couldn't be. It's like, how many hours is 70 gigabytes of Dead Cells footage? What are the chances this is a curse? 100%. Let's not die the exact same way as I showed you all in the clip. All right. Focus. Remember, if a leech teleports to you, it might attack you instantly. Nice. Ooh, snap. Wow, 3 curses by default? I can say 2 by default for sure. If there were actually 3, that I don't know. Oh, cool. Wave denial works on these. Cannot roll through them. Oh, what? Oh my god. That's a health pot. I took more than 60, like 61% maybe. Depends on if I was full HP. Well, I had to be because I had a watermelon. I took 60% of my life from one saw blade. On current day Dead Cells, those have a maximum of 30% that'll deal to you. I think the only way they'll deal more is if you have like double damage taken. We do have extra jumps. That's spicy. Surely that's doable, right? Like without double jump. Like for normal people, I'm not saying for speedrunners. I mean like people who just installed the game. Surely they can do that jump. Purple has no HP at all. Once we get a couple more scrolls, you all are gonna see exactly what VeeDot's talking about. It's not just that it's low HP. It's low HP for very specific reasons. In 2 scrolls. Oh wow, we have a lot more biome left. I don't even know if I got the 60. Because the icon doesn't change. I mean, I guess killing this stuff now isn't gonna help. All right, sell this. Kind of sick that that challenge rift was inside of a BC door. I do think that that can happen on normal Dead Cells. If anything, like maybe it doesn't happen as frequently as it did in the past. But you could actually not get a challenge rift because you decided not to go into a BC door. Now, what will really suck, and like there's no way to verify it, is if the challenge rift always spawned inside of the BC door, and because you don't have BCs activated, did the map generate that area or not? I don't think that's fundamentally possible to figure out. Maybe it's seed related? Like, if you were to check the seed, go to this map on like the different boss cells, and you see in one seed, it's inside the door, on one seed, it's outside the door. That's still not proof, but that's at least kind of interesting. All right, let's sell. What sells for the most? It's this. $1,000? It doesn't seem like a lot, really. I'm missing a key. Let me just check this real quick, and then we'll fight the boss. You got many weird rifts inside the doors. Found the key. Ice shard sold for more than a tonic. It's interesting. A plus tonic at that. Weaker. All right, maybe the blood sword. 1250. We didn't know it had a star on it. Chat, we should be able to see the stars on items, right? Like if the item was on the floor? Is that a thing in modern Dead Cells? I feel like there is a way to tell if an item is starred or not without having to pick it up. All right, S rank. Who's more important? Maybe the Hokuto bow is more important? I can only S one thing because it's $30,000. Jeez. All right. We can now. Not sure if it was early. Shops also show the stars. Yeah, I am. I don't know how I'm gonna actually document all this when it comes time to make the video. Like, it's just all in various live streams. Like, I'm gonna have to watch each and every one of them. Oh, right. Old conjunctivius. You could get stunned and then fall onto the bullet. That's fun. And for some reason, the Owl's cooldown on the Enrage is 10 seconds. I don't think that's correct. Also, the Owl will just straight up go up there. That thing has 0 chill. Ooh, close. Almost had me. 3 tentacle phases, by the way, on old conjunctivius. Yo, get up there. Just in case you haven't had your fill of, not Usagi, not umami. What's the word? Someone out there knows. Okay. Unagi? Sashimi? Takoyaki? Calamari? Wait, are you all calling different words for the same thing? That's all different ways to say squid or octopi? No way. Definitely graveyard. I don't have the crowd control to deal with Golem. All right, let me check to see what Buster wants. I'm gonna run a quick ad too. Ads help to support the channel. But do not go anywhere. We will be back in just a moment. All right, we are back. Nice and focused today. I'm not sure what map I'm gonna go to after Graveyard. I don't think I can do Cavern. Toxic Cloud on hit, 50% bonus while you're full. Let's do this. Someone reminded me to do this earlier for one notch. 400 cells, basically. One notch. Oh, snap, my advanced forge that I actually cannot utilize because I can't unlock it unless I go back to 4 BC. That's sick. I can't really do advanced forge. It's gonna cost too much money. That's like $70,000 to make one plus item. There's nothing up there. No, one S rank. Oh, snap. 5,000 bucks? That's legit. All right. This map's still very, very dangerous. No arbiters, I think. But I do think there are knife throwers. Oh yeah, there's inquisitors instead of arbiter. It's like really weird. It's like the dev forgot to put arbiters here. Wow, if that grabbed me, I would have been highly upset. I don't want to aggro too much in case I need them for the curse. Let's go up there and sell that. So yeah, this has been like my go-to thing that I've been working on. After I'm done with this, I do have like 1 or 2 really good Dead Cells vids on my whiteboard. And then after that, I want to try to figure out a little bit more of what's going on what I would like to call long-form roguelike games. Like, I'm sure you all have seen stuff like Death Must Die and other games like that, all doing pretty well. And not to say that Dead Cells is not doing well, it's actually a Game Awards winner for Action Game of the Year. So was Hades. I don't think we have a roguelike game nominated this year for Action Game of the Year, but to be honest, if something were to beat Lies of P and it was an indie roguelike, I would honestly call sus. Did Returnal win Action Game of the Year last year? Or did they win some different award? Does anyone remember? I know it did win something. Let's head up here. Protectors in Graveyard, lol. That's not normal? I was over here thinking that that's standard gameplay. Was Alan Wake 2 nominated for Action Game of the Year? I don't think so, but it is nominated for a couple things. Maybe best score and something else. We still have to finish Alan Wake 1. We're still on Act 4, and we've been on Act 4 since, like... My owl couldn't kill that? That sucks. Got freaking tagged. Oh, and there was food right here, too. All right, focus, people, focus. As soon as we talk about something not Dead Cells related, I'm already taking damage. Yeah, there's way too many things stacked up this year for like an Astral Ascent or something to get Action Game of the Year. And I'm not saying that like indie roguelikes don't deserve awards, but just the stuff that came out this year, like, I don't know how you even compete with it. That's 15%, 25%. Chat, any math majors? What's 15 plus 25? That's how much healing we're gonna get. $57,000 carbine. Yeah, are there really not? Wait, where'd you come from? I thought I cleared this hallway. This is so bad. Really? Let's check left. I mean, I could go down there, but I've died to many unfortunate things. I can't see. But also duck. Like if there is a catcher that's gonna grab you, you could just duck. All right, what's up? Stars. Oh yeah, fighting games. No shot was there a zombie there. In the water? Tears of the Kingdom, 100% action game of the year. I don't know. Okay, to be fair, I didn't play Tears of the Kingdom. And Breath of the Wild, we've been sitting on that game for probably 4 years, or however old the game is. Big heal. I messed up. I meant to go into the crevice. Look at all the monsters on that platform. So in normal Dead Cells, each monster has like a value assigned to it. You would imagine like the number is out of 10. On one platform, we need to make 10. I'm gonna say that the number has been exceeded. Ain't no way those are like 1 value monsters. That's not enough to kill, I'm sure. Oh, wow. Okay. Very surprised. Trying to utilize the wave of denial. The more I spam it, the better. All right. So chat, remember when I said that Tactics has low HP, but it's for like a very specific reason? I'm gonna pick up a new scroll. I'm at 20 tactics right now. You would imagine 20 is around like mid-game, because by the time you get to Hand the King, you're probably like really approaching 30 tactics. I'm only getting 1% HP right now. After that 1%, I really think that the next scroll I'm gonna take at 22 tactics, 0% health. Very bad. Wow, I'm surprised I didn't get hit there. I think this is just cells. I shouldn't even be here. Can't even spin the cells if I wanted to. Rebirth is already next year's game of the year. I didn't play Remake. I really didn't play Resident Evil, Final Fantasy VII in general. I know I borrowed it as a kid. I think I played more of 8 than 7, but even then, I didn't finish 8 either. I think I was too busy playing Tony Hawk to really get into Final Fantasies. Not to say that I didn't like the games, because I did finish 10, and 10 is fantastic. Oh, we're still hitting 1%. That's gonna turn into 0 at some point. Jeez. Are there really not protectors in regular's graveyard? Protectors are a 1.2 thing? There's not? Like, this feels bad, but I don't want to say it's bad because of the protector. I feel like the protector must have been there. Oh, that's a tactics shield. Hopefully we don't need that. Hopefully this is the last time I have to play Dead Cells on this patch. All right. Barely any monsters left. If I've never played the Final Fantasy, which one should I start with? I think FF10 Remaster. 0 health now. FF10 Remaster is probably extremely good if you like turn-based RPGs. If you know for a fact that you will not stay awake for a turn-based RPG, then maybe someone would say you gotta go with Final Fantasy 16? 16 is full action, right? And people say that if you like FF14 as an MMO, then you should like 16. It's Yoshi P and Soken, so it's basically the same game. I don't have issues with turn-based RPGs. It's just like on this stream, I don't know how well those are gonna perform. Again, not an issue from the dev. Very much a V.me issue. Oh! All right. Huh. Do I have Clock Tower available? Sepulcher? Is Clock Tower not an option? All right, okay, so here's another one of you all. For my experts in the chat who know Dead Cells in and out. You could never get to Clock Tower from this map. I'm mad. I mean, to be fair, like, this isn't terrible. I definitely can't go Cavern, though. Not with this much curse. Not with those many Arbiters. Oh, snap. $30,000. What a joke. I don't think you upgrade the Carbine, because I don't think its damage is buffed outside of the initial bullet. Like the one dot that the bullet does, I think is buffed. And then every cloud dot is based off my own stats. Now I could level it up to get potentially 2 tactic scrolls, but that's not guaranteed. I'd rather get 2 tactic scrolls here, but I don't want to lose the Pierce. All right. FF16 is closer to Devil May Cry. Oh, yeah, yeah. It is produced by someone from Platinum, right? Scroll for HP is a win. It's a lot of money. That's my only issue. It's so much money. Oh, yeah. Old Dead Cells. The light positioning is really bad. They eventually added where light always appears next to choice altars. That is not the case. Wow, I have to go through a jump puzzle. Okay, what are you? Definitely not 20 monsters, whatever it is. Yeah, see how there's no light here? Very annoying. I want to say this is our PB, is getting to sepulcher and then dying. 97. That's not even plus plus. Oh, it's double damage? That's why it's so much? Essentially double the price. Crap, I have to go through a jump puzzle. Oh yeah, Platinum would be Bayonetta, right? No lights. Gotta be up, right? I don't see it. It's there. One platform above me. What's the outplay? Well, okay, yeah. Let's look. For all I know, I just didn't see it. Okay. Now, in Sepulcher, basically what you're dealing with, your sources of light that are not the primary light on the map is from secrets in the walls and elites. So there's a concept where, like, if you have a platform, the dev has to put a light between the teleporter and the next teleporter. In this area, there has to be either a standard light or perhaps like the other stuff. Stop taking curses. That you don't die to curse with light. Or at least you better not. How would I figure that out? Well, we'll look at the footage and see. Go caverns instead? You would go to caverns with a 20 curse and no shield, knowing that every ledge has an arbiter on it with 360-degree satellite targeting. V, just run shield. I don't have any tactic shields. Okay, so I need to grab the clip. All right. So let's see if we can figure out where we missed the light, the Yagami light. Did we just start? Chat, can we get an exclamation point uptime to see how long we've been live for? Yes, wave denial deflects bullets, but it's not a like direct reflection one-to-one. It's a deflection. Which is what you said. Okay. check this out. See, like, I'm already thinking to myself, what are my options here, right? Oops. All right, enhance. Remember, it can be light inside the door. I mean, it can be light inside a secret or light inside of an elite. So we came up from here. So the second issue is that we had to go through a jump puzzle to get to the light. So if I were to backtrack, I have to go through a spike puzzle in order to get to our original starting point. Nothing left. Nothing right. Yeah, so I'm already getting hurt by darkness. Don't tell me it was like calculating it as soon as I hit the chest. I'm not the chest, the scroll, right? Oh my god, like I'm already getting hurt. Interesting. So next platforms, no secrets, no secrets, no elites. I have to get to this. I'm gonna auto die to the jumping failed experiment unless I either duck or used Wave of Denial. Unfortunately, I used Wave too early, so I'm forced to duck here. No secret. We're gonna do wall run instead of using chain because it's faster. No elites. And there's the light right there. I don't know if that was possible. If the light that we originally came from was actually right next to this, then maybe we'd be okay. I wish I had opened the map. That would have been really good for that segment. Like, maybe we would have been okay if the light was, like, right here at the starting point, but it's not. It's actually further away through spikes with a 20 curse. Run off-color force shield. I don't have force shield. I do have Rampart. Rampart obviously won't give you bubble. And it's definitely gonna take like 5 parries, if not more, to kill one Arbiter. Unlucky. Yo, Ale, good to see you. How are we doing? I'm actually doing pretty well. I honestly don't mind deaths like this, because what it means is that I now have more footage in the argument of like Dead Cells is harder in 2019. The only issue is that I'm like, I've lost time. Now I have to do this again in order to actually like win it. That's where I'm at right now. How are we looking on time? We've been live for 2.5 hours. A little unlucky. Get the bubble and smash the Arbiter while you have it. Unfortunately, I don't have any clips of the caverns, but oftentimes in the cavern, you'll be faced with skeleton, bird, and then behind those two are 2 Arbiters. There is no getting a bubble there. And hopefully you can get to the Arbiter through the jump puzzle that you have to get through without being either tagged by the other Arbiter that's below it. They only shoot one at a time, but oftentimes they will change depending on who has like the priority. And then also pray that there's not... Are there bombers? There's definitely demons. Pray that there's not a demon that will aggro you on the way to that arbiter. In hindsight, like everyone knows, hindsight 2020, there's a billion ways to do this. And from what I'm hearing from chat, the #1 way to not die is to have not gone to Sepulchre in the first place. Now, what I can tell you is if I could have gone to Clock Tower, I would have 100% been Clock Tower instead. That's the true misplay, is I didn't get Clock Tower. All right. I'm gonna run it back. I will tell you all that, like, timing wise, I did not plan to do like another whole run through. I don't think you can win on brutality. And the issue with, oh, well, I can play survival if I don't go to the giant. I can probably fight Timekeeper with Crusher's not really all that good. I could maybe parry Timekeeper to death. All right, this might be worth doing. Survival also has heavy crossbow, which would be kind of interesting. It's definitely a lot more entertaining than playing tactics, but it's definitely not as safe. Going Sepulchre is not bad as long as you're prepared. What was the preparation for the light is not in reach? I don't know if you were able to watch the segment just now, but we were able to review the footage, and there was no light along the way. We did not miss it. And going backwards was not an option because the light was not behind me. Please! Why don't the little babies have an attack indicator? Why does only the elite have an attack indicator? Bruh, I can't reach it because the freaking baby's in my way. How'd I get hit? All right. We're in there. This is survival. Now, the only issue with playing survival is I have no skills. No death orb. Ice grenade is not survival. No giant whistle. I actually don't know if giant whistle exists on this patch. Prepared as in having good items and mutations. What mutation was I missing in there, Curse? If you don't mind me asking. One of my go-to mutations for survival is gonna be necromancy, which is like obvious. And I don't want to say too much else. Depends on the color. I'm talking specifically about the run that we just had. I was tactics. What mutations was I missing? I was running, if you didn't get a chance to see the mutations I had, I was running Hunter's Instinct, Gastronomy, and what's the other thing? Tranquilo. Tranquilo was the other one. Is recovery available? Recovery is available, sure. I don't know if I would take recovery at 4,000 life. And I don't know if recovery would save me from darkness. I'll take this. A little bit of a room clear. famous last words. Imagine thinking that powerful grenade will clear the room. It might. Don't be toxic, V. It might do something. Like a little thing like this? Sure. Ah, that's fair. Bumped into it. Gastro is a good choice. It can deal some damage. I don't know. So the question was, like, we die to the Darkness and Sepulcher, and you were saying that you gotta be prepared so you don't die. So, like, I don't think Gastro would help save me from the Darkness. I don't think damage would have saved me from the Darkness either. Yeah, this is no longer survival. Lightning bolt. This is purple only now. I love how every failed experiment has a knife thrower. Is that necessary? Whoa, I got freaking yeeted. What in the world? Wait. I'm getting stuck on the baby zombies? Recovery can keep you alive as long as you can deal some damage. So what you're saying is that as long as I fight enemies in the darkness, then I will not die to the darkness. Now, perhaps it's no V, you have to like tag the monsters as you go. Then, okay, I have Hokuto's bow and Alchemic Carbine. My immediate assumption is that Hokuto's bow Carbine is not going to get you a lot of recovery back. I could be wrong, of course. But that's my first suspicion there. I'm still going to try for survival here, just to change it up a little bit. Darkness ticks fast. I don't want to say it was losing timer while I was looking at the scroll, but as soon as I clicked off the scroll, it was already ticking. Which is like, it's possibly that's just like negative biases. Like because I died to it, I'm gonna start to question it. Unlucky. Does Rapier exist on this patch? Yes. I do not have it. Okay, so we're not going that. Disengage will buy you a couple seconds while getting hurt by darkness. Don't you die? I said survival. This is probably still better than having no skills at all. Don't you die in darkness with disengage? On old patch? I guess you all won't know the answer to that. But if I were to actually bet money at Vegas on will I survive darkness with disengage, I'm telling you, I'm voting on black. 0% chance that it works on 1.2. No real training room either. Like, we can't even test it out. Like, the best I could do is turn on custom mode, get disengaged, and then go sit in darkness and see what happens. Sick. That's why item choice is important in Sepulcher. I'm trying to think the only thing that could possibly give me healing while running, while playing tactics, is probably Frantic Sword. Explosive crossbow, heavy crossbow, all those are gonna make me stop. And then, what else do I even have access to? Oh, and of course it has red. I guess we'll take it just for the stat. Gotta be better than Barnacle, usage-wise. Does Berserk work on darkness? To reduce the damage taken, you have to kill the enemy with a melee attack. I would assume that darkness is like trap damage. So then the question would be, like, does Berserk reduce the damage from traps, like spikes and saw blades? That I have no idea. In current Dead Cells, disengage pops and stops the darkness. Would I lose money at Vegas? I'm okay if I lost a little bit of money. Like, basically, you go in with $100. $100 on it definitely doesn't work. And if you're out $100, then that's like a trip to Taco Bell 5 weeks in a row. Not all that bad. Let's get the food. Unfortunately, you cannot tell which food is infected and which is not. So I have to check both of these. Nice, we made the right choice. We did not get a 2-minute door. We did not get a V.60. So we're basically stuck with what we have right now. Masochist. I do not have Masochist. It'd be cool if I could check. I love rolling at the bottom of a drop and then getting stunned. Unfortunately, I cannot check if I have the option of Masochist. I wanted to see, based off of like a lot of y'all's responses, on what I could have done differently there based off of mutations. This is a fresh file. This is all I have for tactics. This is all that's available for me right now for survival. To be fair, I don't even know what's missing in survival. And then for colorless, this is all we got. So struggles all around. All right. It's a new run. A new run, a new day. We have 4 survival. We have an item that's no longer survival at all, called Lightning Bolt. We have an Arbiter. 2 Arbiters. Just chilling in the cut. Really? You need 2 Arbiters to freaking stop 1 gem for getting stolen? Is that overkill? YOLO? So I did stop taking YOLO, mostly because, like, when I was this early in, like, a fresh save, I was having a lot of issues DPSing bosses like the Giant. Like, it was taking me so long to get through one giant fight. And, like, I would essentially lose my YOLO. Jeez. In old Dead Cells, that laser does not go away when you parry it. You have to multi-parry it or else you get hit. And I even think you take melees for it. Yo, Sync, good to see you. Okay, wrong way. So yeah, I decided to play like I do normally, and that's to not run YOLO. I think it was good when I was still attempting to speed run the maps, but now, like, it's really hard to justify speed running through when you have no money and the econ is really, really bad. When is my next stream? We stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I'll be streaming tomorrow. It's slashed twice. They also reduce the attack speed on the bomber on current day Dead Cells. Arbiter below me? Why did it shoot at that angle? I thought it was gonna shoot the other way. That's fair. All right. What's really weird is that we got to 10 melees on one of the other streams, and the 10 melees reduced my HP down to 10%. It was not an instant kill. And that almost makes no sense to me. On update 1.2, should it not be an instant kill? Like, they already changed it by then? Is Swole build still viable? Sync, are you talking about on this patch? If so, the answer is basically no. In terms of using Hunter's Grenade, Hunter's Grenade is not legendary on this patch. Not yet. Giant Killer. Do I have Giant Killer? I don't know if I have Giant Killer or not. If it shows up, then we do. If it doesn't show up, I don't know if it's in my collector. All right, clean. I'll grab this now if I don't forget about it. Let's wait. This is also food. On old Dead Cells, I think this can be uninfected food. Never mind. Maybe that was RNG. Is it ideal to use shields in 3BC and onwards? I mean, I think because it's a roguelike game, you need to learn how to use both shields and not having shields at all. Now, funny enough, in Dead Cells, like, you can just off-color a shield and it still parries. It's not like it doesn't work. But I think you could find stronger builds that don't have an off-color shield if you try hard. And that's where, like, it really matters. Really? And now the other one's gonna have aggro to me. I could down slam, but what we don't know is what's underneath that Arbiter. Having trouble with the timing on shields? Yeah, that's very fair. Like I said, I don't think it's a requirement. I think it's a good skill to have eventually. Some bosses are a lot easier when you have a shield than not. If I aggroed that other Arbiter, I would have screamed. The Elite. Crusher does not slow, by the way. So, like, fast monsters like runners and slashers, they will just walk right out of it. I don't think it's worth it to fight that. It has such good positioning right now. And then the fact that the lightning grenade, not lightning grenade, the lightning bolt actually gets stuck on the baby zombie. I don't think it's worth it. All right, let's chill. I think there should be a nice snow. Wow. Snow/ice themed floor in Dead Cells. Yeah, I think right now, if I were to ask for anything, it would probably be more biomes. Like, I don't necessarily need a longer run, but I certainly would not mind more choices. Even if the choices are, like, purely aesthetic, shoot, for all I know, like, skins for maps could be something. Like, we're already paying cells for, like, drip. Did the music? Oh my god, did I lose a 60 kill? Did the music just stop? Is it coming back? Hello? It's still there. Yeah, I think for the most part, the other big thing about parrying is I think it's more worth it to parry only the easier things. Like that bomber parry I did, I would call that an easier parry because it's only ever going to slash at me. Some monsters have more than one attack. Some monsters, the timing is really off. Like the worm, for example. The worm takes a long time before that attack comes out. I don't try to parry the worms. I let it do its own thing and then kill it with either melee or ranged. Rampagers, the monster that does like the triple hit attack, those I do try to parry. Because like the timing on them is very, very specific. Okay, I was gonna say, did I have an amulet? Red Swole build, War Spear, Symmetrical Lance, Armadillo pack. My god, I wish I had a backpack right now. Yeah, I'm sure that could work as like a general Dead Cells build on current patch. Does rally work on the mini zombies? It should. I don't see why not. I mean, I know it's 1.2 and there's a lot of stuff that is a should and is a not. That's green. Double powerful definitely seemed viable, but we'll skip for now. Wait, are you saying that I did it? Are you saying I got hit and didn't recover my HP when I probably should have? That could be a poison issue, like getting poisoned by the knife thrower. Could also be a 1.2 issue. My god, they're all protected. I messed that up. And now I have to deal with the bomber. Because I went the wrong direction. Though that bomber would have aggroed me anyway. Okay, looks clean. I am stuck on a baby zombie. Do I have Boomerang? Yes. Boomerang was actually extremely good on this old patch. I can't move. I'm actually very surprised that old Boomerang does not work with ammo mutation. I thought for sure it did. The legendary version does have the +1 ammo, so they do have that tech. But ammo mutation does not seem to do anything on old Boomerang, which I feel like is wrong. I could have sworn I had specifically YouTube videos in old Dead Cells that used ammo mutation on Boomerang. Yeah, double Boomerang does work. You get quad bind on this patch too. All right, some food. I'm gonna assume that Cherry's infected. Is this toxic sewers? It is. It's not the toxic sewers you may know of, but it is a toxic sewers. $17,000 for an explosive crossbow. Yo, thank you for the hydration. I did pour some water while we were on break. 100% healed. Thanks to the old gastro. That does not do that anymore, I can say that much. Yes, this is update 1.2. There should be a pinned comment, right? At the top of the chat. Okay. No corrupted prison back in the day. $25,000 to upgrade. Okay, we got one survival out of it. And now I can't upgrade anything else. So I've actually tried to bring in Spite, but for some reason, I don't know why, 500 damage is not a lot of damage. Probably don't need that. I don't know what I would actually use. Can't go support because support doesn't do % damage. Got your 11-year-old son hooked on this game? Yo, that's what's up. They make plushies too. If they get to that point, shoot, I even have a jacket for Dead Cells. You can be all dripped in Dead Cell stuff. See, like, I don't even bother trying to parry the worms. I feel like it's a trap. Failed experiment, though, like, that for sure. Runners. Green zombies, I don't. I feel like their attack speed is just too slow. Oh, that's what's in there. Gold reserves. V, why don't you have gold reserves? Well, I plan to beat the game and not have to play on this patch anymore. Obviously, that is not exactly how it's worked out thus far. That's why I don't have it. I should have temporal distortion. Do we know where that drops from? That doesn't drop from the spoiler boss. Temporal distortion. You're saying that drops from failed experiment? Either way, I don't have it. I can say that much. I don't know if I've gotten anything from the failed experiments yet. All right, so there's one boomerang. It's not ++. Let's sit on it in case another one shows up. I'm not willing to run only one of those, but I am willing to do two. Dead Inside. is really bad on PS4, colorless and disables healing. I have one build in the survival top 3 builds that runs Dead Inside. And like, trust me, it's not running it the way how you're probably gonna think it's ran. But it is the only build I will run Dead Inside on current day Dead Cells. Sick. I don't usually try to parry scorpions either. Not to say that it's impossible to do, but I feel like that is another potential scam. I only parry the easiest monsters I can. At least when learning. Like, I will do it if I have to. Funny to recognize celebration when you beat Hand of the King for the first time. From the child, you mean? No, that's really cool. We had... I don't remember when it was, but we had a conversation in chat about, like, buying a gift for a nephew. And the person wanted to buy them a roguelite game. But obviously we had to figure out collectively what roguelite, besides Dead Cells, would be okay to pick up. All right, we're losing 1 survival scroll and 1 tactic scroll, right? So we're losing a little bit of HP to do this. But it could be extremely interesting. Oh no, I'm losing 2 survival. That's like part of the issue about old Dead Cells is you could literally lose stats by experimenting with different weapons. Not an issue in modern day. All my homies hate the bats now. If they were playing Curse the Dead Gods, really? They'd be hating on the baby. D-baby. Double green collects gold under unlimited distance. You all might think, V, what in the world is collect gold over unlimited distance? Don't I already do that? The answer is no. On old Dead Cells, you have to pick up the gold manually. All right. How do you get open wounds? Beat the game already on 5BC and you still don't have it. You could try using Hunter's Grenade. Open wounds comes from what, the Lacerator chat? Like the spinny guy? No wonder I'm running Disengage. Anything to give you health? I could have jump slammed on something and died. All right, we're cursing. Yeah, so I guess the fastest place to get open wounds would be from prison depths. And if you haven't really gone to prison depths all that often, that's probably where some of your mutations are. Compared to going all the way to High Peak Castle. No necromancy? Put a lot of faith in Gastro. I hate that the boomerangs ricochet off like the monster spawning. It also does it on baby zombies coming from elites. Am I dead? Rare not dead. Chat, am I using the health pot? Give me a simple why if you think I should use the health pot, and in the chat if no, V, surely there is food. It's only right around the corner. One more monster. And that monster can have the food. A lot of Ys. Giant's way more difficult than Hand of the King. Giant gets easier the more stuff you have unlocked, for sure. It's definitely a boss where, like, if you take specific weapons in there, you're gonna do better or worse. Chat, I just want to see. It could be right around the corner. Oh, did you all just notice that? All right. Did you all notice that the actual shops that were opening up are not like choose your stat? It's not brutality, tactics, survival. Instead, it's melee, range, or shield. So that means when you open it up, it could literally be all tactics items inside, even though you're trying to play survival. You could roll it around. And of course, that means you're paying more money to just have the items that work for your stats. Eventually, they change merchandise categories to no longer do that. Crap, we missed 25% heal. We were fine all along. I didn't know. I didn't know. Let's sell it. This game isn't meant for perfectionists. I'm trying. Oh my god. Jump puzzle. There is a jump puzzle, but it's not spikes. Alright. This should be good. Yeah, sorry. Thank you for answering each other's questions, by the way. As you see, I am focused, people. I don't want to die again for free. The only deaths I want are BS deaths. Like, I prefer my deaths to be, like, montage worthy. Two monsters up there. I see bats. Yeah, funny enough, the first time I got... Oh, root grenade is not survival, by the way. Old Dead Cells, root grenade is red-purple. The first time I got to the giant on this update, I got to it with not symmetrical broadsword. It was broadsword and 2 grenades. Unfortunately, they were off color because the only survival grenade is powerful grenade. And I actually could not kill him. I basically had to forfeit the run and then restart on tactics because I could not win. It would have taken me longer. Dang, I thought I had Rampart still. Oh my god. Remember how I said, like, I prefer my deaths to be BS? That wasn't a BS. That was me thinking I had something I didn't. Oh. Crap. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. Yeah, so I couldn't win against the giant. It was just too long. If I had just started up a tactics run and then went with the owl or something, I would have won by the time I won with survival. This is tough. I would say that build was actually pretty good for the fact that I lost 2 survival scrolls. And to be fair, one of my oldest YouTube videos, absolutely oldest, but one of my first, was the best build to beat Dead Cells in 4BC, I think, Was that before Rise the Giant? I wonder if it is. Okay, yeah, best build in 4 BC. Update 1.1. This is before Rise the Giant. No way. No shot. Oh my god, my setup. They should have kept Berserk as brutality. I might have something to do with that. I remember specifically talking about Berserk to the devs. Now, I didn't tell them take it off brutality. That's not what I did, okay? Let's get the story straight. What did happen, though, is that I was showing them that I was taking Berserk in 5 BC on every color if I was playing a melee build. Because back then, Berserk would not only give you really good damage reduction, but it would also remove the fact that you would get malaise for like 3 seconds or something. So I would show them like, okay, there's infected food in the game. I'm gonna kill a monster with Frantic Sword and then eat the food and not get infected. And then they were doing like, okay, V-Dot notes. Yep, got it. Anything else? I was like, yeah, I'm also running survival. I got symmetrical lance. I'm gonna take Berserk even though I'm playing green because I just want the damage reduction. And then I have necromancy. I'm gonna get my health back like super easy and I don't get malaise for it. Like, okay. And then all of a sudden it was survival only. I didn't know that. Yo, Max, good to see you. Okay, yeah. Update 1.1. Best build in 4 BC. Survival Boomerang. Survival Corrupted Power. Corrupted Power used to be green-purple. Wait, why do these already have ammo on it? Did Boomerang used to just roll with ammo? Oh my god. What in the world? It just has that innately? Interesting. Is that busted? Yeah. So Corrupted Power used to be default freaking green-purple.
I'm glad other viewers go Corrupted Power. Oh, snap.
Does basically the same thing, except it's like a raw DPS number and not percentage damage. I don't know if this is green-purple on 1.2. I don't have it unlocked. But yeah, like back in the day, you could get ammo mutation and then have 6 boomerangs.
Last one.
This does not work on 1.2. It kind of works nowadays. It's not 6, it's only 4. But like, to just put monsters in the blender like that is extremely good. All right. Do you also change the LED lights in the room depending on what build I have? The answer is no. But like, if I had like a streamer setup with all the lights and stuff, I think I'd rather have people use channel points to change it. Use Hunter's Grenade to get better items. Okay, so not gonna lie, I did not expect to take this long. I expected this whole project to be done like 2 weeks ago. So I didn't even farm for cells. A, because it takes forever. 400 cells is 1 notch on the meter. So I would have to do... Chat, what's 400 times 20? Assuming it goes like in 5% increments. I would have to do 400 times 20 to fill it out. and I would have to do 400 on 20 trips to get to concierge. It's a big number. And then S rank is 20,000 cells. And I'm only getting 400 per trip. So whatever like 20,000 divided by 400 is, that's how many trips it would take me to finish out my forge. Yeah, I know. So like getting to that, I also didn't unlock new stuff because like I didn't want to spend the time getting the stuff, then getting the cells, going back to 4 BC to do the unlock because I can't unlock stuff in 5 BC. I feel like by then I could have just beaten 5 BC and the whole project would have been done. It's a forehead, like just win. But that was the thought process. I hope you all understand where I'm coming from. All right. I gotta next game it because I feel like I'm a little tilted. And obviously, like, you want to relax in order to get the 5 BC 1.2 victory. Nah, you cool, bro? I am. Famous last words. I am cool. I just thought it would be done. That's it. I expected it to be done. I've done this multiple times, not 1.2, but definitely like dying in Dead Cells I've done multiple times. That I am very much used to. The better the death, the better my mentality is after. Like, it's a weird thing to say, and maybe it's because I'm streaming the game, but the better the death, the better it is on my mental state. Like, I could die 5 times in prison quarters in a row, and if the deaths were, like, really good, I'd be perfectly okay with that. Alright, sorry, 1 second. For next game minute, over to Death Must Die. Just for a chill session. I'm also going to explain why I really don't care for this game very much. Though they did release a roadmap, which kind of shows all the stuff that they have planned for the game, which is actually very good. Go for the attack speed here. If you've not seen Death Must Die, it is a Survivors-like, but good. It's very rare to have a Survivors-like be good. But sometimes I struggle with it, you know? I know a lot of people have 1 billion hours in this game, even though it's early access on like maybe their second patch at this point. I'm not there yet. We got farm hours. Everyone wants to hear about the cool deaths. Everyone laughs at the guy that died on the toilet. 1,000 Ways to Die? Spike TV? Does that still exist? I feel like that content's better off on a YouTube channel or something.
Your quest will restore
It's when you
order.
make an error. That's when it's like an issue. Your attacks become stronger, shoot experience shards. We're very close to the enemies, so it's probably fine. We're getting bonus attack speed too, based off of level ups. I was in, whose chat was I in? I think I was in Dan Giesling's chat
Me?
earlier.
Throne? No.
I don't have alterations, so I'm stuck with her. And someone asked the question about how's the meta in this game? Because for those of you who know Vampire Survivors likes, meta progression's probably the worst part. Like the fact that I can't win until I farm a bunch of currency just to unlock 1% attack speed. Like, that sucks. This game does not have that. Instead, it has invisible meta progression, which is armor. Probably could have rerolled there. We need pickup range. So my character is equipped with a bunch of stuff. It's all mythic tier, except for like a couple of... Oh, I have, I guess, one epic and one rare. But it's all mythic tier stuff. But most of it's like evasion, armor, chance at rare drops. Like, the only thing that's kind of like exotic is my bracelet. I think this is a bracelet, right? Attacks have a chance to freeze enemies in front of you. Like, that's cool. But this game doesn't have all of that stuff. Like, the armor could very well be the meta progression. It's like invisible. In the same way that, like, people say Elden Ring doesn't have difficulty sliders, so that makes it amazing. But Elden Ring actually does have difficulty sliders. It's called using ashes. But people don't see it that way, because it's basically invisible to the player, especially if you don't plan on using them. But clearly, if you ask someone, do they use ashes, they'll tell you no, it'll make the game too easy, or yes, because I have more fun when I have stuff out. This should be fine. Oh. We have Gem High? When you kill a frozen or immune enemy, higher the chance of drop, increase attack damage. Would just prefer to have something higher rarity. Saw a legendary weapon in prison quarters. That's sick. Unfortunately, the run that I died, that I showed you all the clip of earlier, the leech death, that had 2 legendaries in Stilt Village. It was a legendary throwing knife, I believe. Could have been from the boss, too. Legendary throwing knife, bleeding causes poisoning, and also legendary boomerang, which does ammo +1. Very, very good legendaries, but leeches don't care about legendaries. Do I have healing? Chance to heal on kill, yeah. Even that, in and of itself, is technically meta. Because, like, you can't really heal without some kind of pickup. And being able to heal on kill is essentially like getting a necromancy or something. Still, it's a very well-designed game with a very good roadmap, too. Your heart is corrupt. What does that even mean? Like, what am I supposed to do with that information? Always start with 50 curse in prison quarters. You always start with 50 curse in prison quarters. Is that like a challenge that you're doing? And if so, who's paying you to do that? You lose luck if you're corrupt. Why am I corrupt? I love how, like, so everyone has a billion hours in this game, except for me, I think. Yo, attack speed? We need pickup range. Look at all the stats just lying around. This could be more XP. Gotta love Gem High. For my people who know Death Must Die, I thought they nerfed Gem High. This does not look nerfed to me. Like, that looks ridiculous. You're doing it purely off ego? At least post it on Steam community reviews. Like, I know I'm the streamer, so, like, I can't really talk too much about personal challenges. But, man, like, that sounds... What does that sound like? I don't know what that sounds like. That sounds rough. Shoot, even doing the cursed sword challenges, like, I barely do those. There'd be some good XP. They nerfed the slimes? Is it less slimes than before? Because I feel like that encounter ends a lot quicker than it used to. Okay, that's magnet. I don't think we need the random zones. See if we can get higher rarity stuff. I like want 1 point of this. Eventually. Less slimes, but not sure if it's shorter. So like maybe they spawn less at a time, but it could still be the same amount of total slimes. I can see that. We're playing Assassin. This is my World of Warcraft hardcore character. They have Assassin in World of Warcraft, right? Oh, I gotta banish the summon buff. Only issue is that, like, I have Mort, which is the Daughter of Death. It's like her boons. Half of them are summon related. Guess I don't have to run them. Attack area for sure. I used to run a lot of attack range on this. All right, we got Hand the Kings, except they're dragons. Sick. Bullet hell. All right, these have to go. Is it this thing that's just summoning them? Where do you think you're going? All right. Do I need spell area? Maybe not. Like, it does work with this, but we just need attack stuff. Yeah, so these are summons. I feel like Raven's not bad. I highly doubt we're running Skeleton. Experience pull area? Wish this was higher level. I'm gonna greed. And assume the game gives me higher level. So yeah, like, we have a lot of Survivors games. I actually have to do a giveaway for Soulstone Survivors at some point. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow? I don't think we have any new releases for V Try Me. Every game comes out like mid-December-ish. Just padding to these yellow blocks. What I'm hoping for is like Game Awards has some Hades 2 info. What's super interesting, so Jeff made a tweet, I think, saying that there's like some really unexpected announcements for games at Game Awards this year. And I'm very curious on what that might be. I feel like that language was used when the Dead Cells Castlevania update was announced. But we don't know if that's who they were talking about. Trying to burn my Christmas savings. Which game did I enjoy the most as a kid? I was a big Sonic player. Like, I will honestly do Sonic 3 and Knuckles multiple times over. And then like if you put non-Sonic cartridges in your Sonic and Knuckles cartridge, because like the box had an open top to it, there were special stages that you could do. I don't know if it was based off of any of the games or anything, or if it was just an Easter egg. But like I was in deep. I was even doing those. Sickle scales off attack damage. And it should scale off attack speed too. I don't know if this is how you're supposed to play Death Must Die, but this feels okay. Until I just die for no reason. That happens a lot. But yeah, like, platforming is kind of like my, my hidden pleasure for gaming. I think my, like, 2 platinum trophies for PlayStation 3, 2 of them are, Mirror's Edge. Like Mirror's Edge 1 and then Mirror's Edge, whatever the other one's called that people don't play. Which I actually didn't mind it. It's just like a completely different experience, I guess, character-wise. Of course, it's XP. All right. Do you take execution? I think I'd rather finish off one of these other ones first. That was just a high-level execution, which is like more XP. Like, I do need damage. Ah, a Jin High abuser. I see you are a man of culture.
You know how some say death is only...
Yo, Halion.
On a long enough time.
Halion, we're playing your game.
I only wish my father would see it so.
Chat, would you all call Halion an expert at Death Must Die yet?
Damage.
If you all do, give me a Y in the chat if Halion is like an expert death killer, or an N if Halion's like, you know, he's learning. We're not saying he doesn't know. He's just learning. Halion, I don't think I like Death Must Die right now. Like, the roadmap looks amazing. Like, the roadmap's great. But like, I don't think I actually like the game that much. It's not just because it's a Survivor's game. I like a lot of Survivor's games. I think dying in this game are some of the most unsatisfying deaths I have ever seen. And that lumps it in. That does something to me. Primally. Also, welcome, Halion. For those who don't know me, I'm V.me. Do a lot of action roguelikes. Not Hades, but I will be there day 2. Hades 2. Mostly on, like, Dead Cell side. It's your average Survivor game, but it's decent amount of content compared to others. I think it has amazing gameplay I think my issue with it is that, let me see if I can give you an example. Why is this common? I have never seen this thing not common. So my issue with it is like, it's like touted for this like gear system. Like the gear system is some of the most never before seen world premiere gaming systems in the survivors like subgenre, and that's like not completely wrong. But like when you look at the gear, except for this is not bad. Like this to me is extremely fun to look at. But when I look at my gear, 9 armor, 30 evasion, and then some rarity ups, to me, what the gear is the Hades Dark Mirror, or whatever like meta currency system is in the game. Rather than collecting currency that you then spend on a list, which is very boring, I'll admit, very boring. Instead, you find gear over time, you equip them to whoever can use them, and now all of a sudden this character is better because at some point in like the 20 hours that I played, I got this. And to me, that is like not as cool as this. This thing right here, this is fun. And I think on their roadmap, they're hinting towards things that are closer to this. And if they can figure out that, I think the game will be like an S tier roguelike. Absolutely. But until that patch comes out and it's just life and pull, evasion, move speed, I think it's gonna be, at least to me, like not the best it can be. Like it's just the door's open. Once they come up with more of this, I'm walking straight through. I'm also not very far in Halls of Torment. I played this game more than Halls of Torment, but to be fair, I think I'm hate playing this game. In the same way that you would hate watch trash TV or something, like MILF Manor. Like you don't watch MILF Manor because it's actually a compelling story. You watch it because you hate watching it. Okay. My bad. MILF Manor is actually a banned term. I'm gonna allow it for now, but it's not gonna stay around forever. Any gym high abusers in the chat? Can I get a me smile if you're a gym high abuser? Do I remember Smash TV? No, I don't. Is that like a Spike TV kind of deal? Or G4 or something? I'd be trolling to not take that, right? I just bought this game today, yo! Is that before or after I said I don't like the game? If it was before, the game's amazing and you made a great choice. If it was after, you know, I don't know what to say about that. I will say you made a good choice because it's also cheap. Oh, you always go alteration, right? I don't think I've ever had a run where alteration was not right. Miss the rant? Yeah, okay, so let me say that my opinion of the game is purely a V.me issue. Has nothing to do with the game's quality. Hey, call me a hater, you know? I'm perfectly willing to admit that. Maybe I'm just a hater. This is getting really strong. I would love to just finish this off and not have to think about it anymore. Maybe that's a misplay. All right, we need to collect. But yeah, like I said, I have to play Soulstone Survivors. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow, and I think we might have a giveaway for it. Oh, you're freaking dead, buddy. Rolling up in my hood? My gym high hood? Only gym high abusers can exist in Death Must Die. Where you at? Am I gonna get
We
hit?
understand that mortals need time to learn.
I'm gonna assume when you come out of this scene, all the projectiles go away. They do.
Death has grown arrogant.
All right, sick. And also, good to see you, Toon. Yeah, so funny enough, I like Soulstone Survivors, but I see Soulstone Survivors as a completely different animal to something like this. Like, I look at Soulstone and I see a game to grind currency. And like, there's a part of me that wants to do that. It's like you're playing an MMO, or maybe like Path of Exile or something. Fundamentally, I want to grind. I am not grinding in Death Must Die. Maybe that's the problem. See, that's a very V.me issue. Like, you all definitely aren't dealing with that. I want to be able to log on, play for about 2 hours, and like, I know for a fact I'm at least getting a 1% increase of my power level. That was a weird line. What in the world? Wait, you all see that? There's a black line like in the center, almost like I found the scene on the map, like where the map is sewn together. It's weird. Gem high abusers.
What's there to say about Crom? He's delusional if he thinks he can take death in a duel.
Something about games that have like massive skill trees, very much like Path of Exile, like that excites me a lot. And Soulstone Survivors has that. I feel like I should just get the 1 point now and stop waiting. I didn't do it. Spoiler alert, he didn't do it. Author's note. He clicked the wrong thing. Crack open the cold one with the homies. My other issue with Death Must Die is I die. Again, very much a V.me issue. V, you play roguelites, potentially for a living. You better be okay with dying. For some reason, this game, I'm not okay with dying. In this game, I expect to have a 100% win rate, and because I don't, I think I don't like the game as much. And like in some games, like you die and you don't know why you died, and you have no room to really improve upon that besides grinding. It's too late for execution, right? I wish I knew what the chance of spawn was. Why doesn't it tell you what the chance is? It's odd. Weren't there 2 more skeletons? All right, last Ravens. And now we don't have to worry about the Ravens anymore until next football season. Well, that elite lasted all of 2 seconds. This is fun, but I'm gonna tell you all, if I die, I'm gonna uninstall the game with a negative review. I know I could be buffing my my Ravens, but maybe it's too late for that too. There's only 3 minutes left in the whole game. I probably should have done a banish if that's the case. Not bad, not bad. I don't really play a lot of Nixie, but you know what? My Nixie's looking kind of clean. Whoa. Unexpected. It's the archers. I have healing I can pick up. XP too. Let's make a lap around the map. All right, sorry if I miss your chat, by the way. I'm playing a survivors game. Sometimes a little hard to read chat. Ever seen this game before? What's the purpose of it? Yeah, it's a survivors. But the difference is it has boons to it, sort of like a Hades. Like there's different gods. They offer you your classic pick 3, and then you do stuff with that. The game also has a gear system. The gear, to me, is like invisible meta progression, but there is some cool stuff in here. Like I could be running things like this, chance to chill enemies. I've seen things that have like attack range on it, so maybe like on Nixie, who's a melee character, having attack range is really cool. Yeah, the timer's at the top. Dracula spawns in 1 minute, people. 1 minute. Be ready. If we can't beat Dracula with Gem High, I don't know what we're gonna do. The game does have... Well, this is day 1 early access. I should also mention that. Am I lagging? So like it's a very early access game still, but it's doing extremely well for itself. I've never lagged in this game. My FPS is tanking. This is burning up the 4090. What in the world? Gee. Oh, she was moving really fast. What in the world? That was a bitrate killer? My God. Oh, crap. Oh, snap. How convenient. Get back here. Chat, why don't I have Gem High? Oh my God, that was my entire health bar. My invulnerability went away. I might actually die. It's very sad. Okay. Wow. My heart stopped for a second. I actually thought I wasn't gonna win because I got borderline 2-tap. I sat on top of Dracula and he does this massive like AoE around himself. Each individual bullet does damage, so I probably ate like half of it. But hey, that is a dub on difficulty 20. Warped Strike. I believe that's the basic melee attack. Obviously fantastic. Soul Stealers did better than everything else, which means I should have leveled up summon damage because I think Soul Stealers are summon. Yeah, they are. Wow. So a little bit of a misplay there, but I had no idea that Soul Stealers was doing that much damage. Ravens, not all that great. Even the sickle didn't do super well, even though the sickle is supposed to scale off my attack. And like I attack an awful lot for it to not be very good. Every few attacks. So every 6 attacks, I was doing like 27% of my attack damage. Still not very good. Super interesting. All right, so the reward for beating Dracula is... I don't know. Maybe it was the stuff at the bottom. Armor, life, regen, passive XP. Yeah, you all can see. Chance to heal on hit sword. It's pretty good. Life, spell duration, revivals. Does that sword go on? You? A little bit of a baby DPS buff, but spell damage goes way down. This is like purely for attack damage. Which like, my original sword has attack damage and attack area. I lose 20% attack area. So yeah, this is like the whole point of the game, is to be able to farm wins and then get equipment that your characters hopefully want. Minus armor, minus luck, plus a little bit of life, plus 1 revival. It's interesting. All right, I'm gonna sit on this. All right. So I want to say we're good. That was Death Must Die. I actually did not expect to win. After complaining about the game, we can now up the difficulty to 2030. We can play on max difficulty now. It was only level 1. Did the same as Ravens, so there's that. That is true. And Ravens was summon as well. Very cool game. I'm hate playing it right now, just like you would hate watch your favorite trash TV. But I think we're good. Do you know what the purpose is of the library of the game? So right now, it's lore storage for me. Every scroll I put in there, I've even tried to put in items that have like flavor text to it, but that doesn't seem to work. It won't take them. My hope is that like when you get full sets of lore, then something will happen. And maybe that's for like a future patch, because they show the whole roadmap. So I'm definitely keeping what I can just in case they decide to make something good with it. But I don't think there's anything to do with it specifically right this second. And I say that as not like an expert at the game, but we got some hours so far. All right, so that's it for me. Of course, big thanks to you all tuning in today. We will pay it forward with Halien's raid. Whenever someone raids the channel, we do like to at least try to push them forward to the next person streaming. Don't go anywhere yet, chat. We have one more job for you. Unpaid work, by the way. You're gonna have a raid message to type in. I'm gonna be sending you all over to Kareem Cheese, who right now is doing a charity marathon for St. Jude. Right now, Kareem is playing some Diablo 4. So if I can ask you to do one thing and one thing only, is to copy the text you see on the screen. You're gonna paste that into Kareem's chat. Kareem loves copy pasta. Can't speak enough about it. True story, by the way. As I said, this is a new schedule. This is day 1 of that new schedule. Thank you all for helping me experiment with that. Tomorrow we're gonna be on probably around the same time, like 1 to 2 p.m.-ish. Probably like more 2 p.m. Soulstone Survivors, possibly with a giveaway, and then any other new game that comes out. Either way, thank you all for the bits, follows, subs, raids from the homies. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming out. And yeah, get your copy pasta ready, and I'll see you all in Kareem's chat. Have a good night, everybody.
I need a TP then TP so we can show you guys on the map.
14,300.